Peace. I'm Home Nobody. Welcome back to my channel. Bienvenido. I am Senpai Offset, and I'm here with
Center Stage with Gigi.
And let's get into Married at First Sight, Chicago, Season 18. Recap and review at Episode 5. Start with
the mess.
honestly. And Alan, or should we do I don't even know. There's so much to say about everybody. Mm-hmm. I didn't write much about Alan. I wrote some stuff about Madison, so.
Oh, okay. Same thing.
We're so prepared, guys. Mm-hmm. So, anyway.
It calls for Black Girl Magic.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Pretty much wrote. Say what you guys say about Madison, because you might be starting from
Madison
beginning and end of the episode.
Madison Square Chin Garden. Girl, just it is annoying, and she's trying. I don't care that she's trying to not be mean, but it's still giving
inauthentic. Be a wife. Be real.
It's giving.
You talk about communication and openly communicate to your husband, then how you really feel about him.
You can't get out of your way. You can't get out of your
superficial standard.
Yes,
but then she admits that at the after party.
She can't get out of her own way.
Comfort zone.
What she's out of her comfort zone. Tight. And again, how is that working out for you? And when Alan gets his after the show is all over and done with, I promise he's going to get a nose job, rhinoplasty, and get fit. And then I want to see the look on Madison's face then, because he already has money, right?
He ain't fat.
He's not.
His body's not.
His body
sloppy.
Is not. His body is.
He's not. He don't even have a dad bod to not even say like. He's not fit. And she goes to the gym. So not to say like, maybe she's just like being picky, but because she does work out, so I can easily understand someone that works out. It looks like they work out, at least tone. Mm-hmm. They go to the gym and it shows, because clearly she goes to the gym daily.
And the way he's dressed, his body is not. You're right. I agree with what you're saying. His body is not.
Because you're saying he's not. His body is not.
He's too comfortable.
His nose is not.
He's comfy. His body is comfy. Like she likes to say, comfy. His body is comfy.
But it could be worse. He could
be worse.
Because I mean, like, granted, David do go to the gym, but he thicker than Alan. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Because like that's an example of somebody whose body I would say is not, but he go to the gym. His arms might be looking, but his belly ain't. I would say Alan, proportionately, Alan physically. I don't know. I mean, they kind of even out, because he do go to the gym, but Alan don't go to the gym. Oh. So, like, if you kind of compare them, they do kind of balance. Like, pregnant, and I just feel like she kind of like putting him down. Not that she's putting him down, but like we all heard, and even with her family and friends be talking about saying like, no, she wouldn't stop him in the street. Like he not no pretty boy. Like they all getting around, beating the bush, and saying he ugly, and he could be worse. That's all I'm saying. Like you got stuff you could work with, and she's kind of like, and then she's not the best. So like, ma'am, please look yourself in the mirror, because you ain't all that just because you exercise, just because he think your body banging, but you still but your face, but your who knows, but your Madison Square Chin Chin Gardens. Like, come on. So yeah. And then is that all you had to say about her? What else did she? So I wanted to wonder why Madison, since we in this Pilates session, thanks to Carla, the Pilates instructor, giving free lessons to these bees. Like no. They start asking, getting into questions. It starts with Michelle, and she's, lying about how her and David and her being the bad guy, even though she is the bad guy, and da 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 da. And then, here comes Madison tagging along like she did previously in the group settings, hitchhiking off of Michelle, saying how, her and Alan has been feeling their situation. But when Michelle was talking about checking on her every 5 minutes and she needed space and he didn't understand that and he's being a husband and blah 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 and she being a child, Madison, why didn't you take the accountability for advising David to pressure her, be hard, be a little more harder, or however she said it, on Michelle?
Yeah,
like, why didn't you say, oh, maybe some of that is on me because I did advise him earlier at the gym. I don't know if he told you. We saw each other at the gym. He did, so it would have been fine. You a grown woman. Just speak up. Y'all having girl time. Bond, speak, communicate, elaborate. Because it kind of is the reason. Because I don't think he would have been. They keep been painting David as overwhelming from the jump, even though we don't even know this man. I don't know if he would have been checking on her, calling her, giving that much of an F about her when she said she needed space. Other than this is a show, we husband and wife, whatever, we are grown people in a relationship. He checking in on you, and like Carla said on the after party, most women probably want that, whoever, and I think Tom or whoever said most women probably would appreciate that. So yeah, she's not the one. And Madison, you could have chimed in and said that could also be my fault because he didn't come for Girls and Bikes. They ended up meeting, but that's the reason why he was so pumped over what he was explaining in the confession and stuff, like this is respected from a woman, blah 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 blah. Like he was really about to cherish what she said and and he went right in the room and he asked her because they came. What they say on the treadmill was about, I think he told her about the 12-year-long relationship on and off and the tattoo in the chest. He went right in that room and told her about it because she was like, oh, she didn't know that yet, blah, blah, blah. So he did take all that advice right to heart and he went and used that. So I feel like she should have said, now granted, she wouldn't have known all of that because Michelle ain't going into all detail or who knows, but she still should have said something.
She wouldn't have gave a damn.
Michelle wouldn't have given it, and not. But even so, I just feel like it's kind of just weird how Madison wanted to chime in about her and Allison. I mean, her and Alan's issues and Rocky Road instead of saying, "Oh, I think I'm a part of why y'all day went so awry because the whole daggone day was I need space, and then they both ended up taking space." The second day of the honeymoon.
The thing is, who is you to be given any advice? Who is any of these people?
But he asked her
to be given.
Not saying that she's a guru
that, but someone
or the expert.
To say exactly that.
But
why are you giving me advice? Why am I asking you for advice? Why girl, you're here just as I am.
But
we're all newlyweds or whatever on our freaking honey. We all married strangers. I don't know you no more than I know my wife, unfortunately.
True. Though
so
all these other couples
damn advice and go to hell.
All these other couples got,
and they're all desperate.
All the other couples had a better experience thus far than Michelle and David, though. So him asking one of them because for any type of something, tip, trick, hack, it ain't gotta be expert level marital advice because obviously none of them are, and they all been married for the first time. This is their first time all being married. So, and they, like when he went out with the guys and when the girls was out, they were still asking each other things. It's just, that's what they do. So let's,
yeah. So I just wanted to say I don't know their mindsets because clearly, I've never, I just don't even know where this is. It's just crazy to me because like you are on a show. You came on a show to allowing putting everything in someone else's hands or whatever. People who are supposed to be considered experts, you want them to. You're giving up everything or whatever, all the control to them to make the decisions for you and to match you with people that they feel as though you will be a good match with.
Trust.
You're you're going against everything. I don't understand. Like and
coming in with expectations, like that's the main thing that how you gonna go into a blind situation like that?
It's like it's so
like Ekajian was saying,
everything is supposed to be for and the bottom line is, if you were able to do it before, if you were doing such a good job before on your own, why are you here? You're and it's showing.
Are you touching on everybody, or are we touching on
everybody?
Because I was about to say
anybody who's complaining about something minute, anybody who was complaining about anything, like, relax. You have nothing to complain about. When you're in a relationship, especially when you're in a marriage for a long period of time, then you have shit that you can complain about. This right here is nothing. You have no obligations. You have no responsibility. You
like
have
David said, nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. You're on a free vacation, if nothing else.
Just make it through that. This bee won't even have fun.
You're doing too much. And it's just being, I guess my level of experience and my age, it's so cringy, hard to watch. And that's all I wanted to say about that.
Well, that reminded me of a few things, like especially Michelle and David specifically. Like, Michelle, you can't even sit. Like, you on the boat being miserable. And you talk about, if we just have small talk, I'm fine with that. Okay, David starts to bring up, ask you how you did, what happened last night. Like, did you just go to sleep? Like, what did you do? He told her she was in bed by 9:00, ordered dinner, went to sleep, whatever, talked to her friends. And he was like, about the situation or whatever, just venting, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yeah, I don't want to get into any of that. I just want to keep today light. And he was like, okay, cheers to that. Like, I'm down with that.
Light. That wasn't
and light. Then he walked away, I'm guessing, to go to the bar. Because I would take a shot after that. And she didn't. And then she asked, found a producer, them to go rally up someone to her sit and talk with, so everybody can go to the other side of the boat and pretend like we don't know that she having a sit down, break down, producer conversation on camera that we all know it's about. She's an attention seeking, craving, ugly brat. That thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. And then you had the audacity to prioritize what you asked for as a light-skinned black man more than a man who lives on his own. Anything else really don't matter what you asked for, because that's specifically the reason that you not clicking with him, not banging with him, not even trying. And you talk about with the crocodile tears again, I don't even feel like trying. You never began to. Please tell me when you began to. When you walked down that aisle?
I wonder what's her experience with
and when did it stop?
Light-skinned black men, black skinned black men.
Before the reception?
I wonder what's her experience with her past experience has been with
me too.
But men, but it's even black men, because like, why is it that you're, it
must have been in them last 6 years when she was single.
Like, yeah, like,
and none of them actually dated her seriously. And she was like, let me go on the show and see if they can find me one that'll love me as the white woman, what trophy wife they want, and always fantasize to get their fetish feel.
The preference. I think that I really believe that she wants a black man, or a light-skinned black man, because again, well, I didn't say this before, I don't think, but I feel like really now seeing everything, I think she wants this black man, period, because realistically, if we're going to be honest, she's a white woman in America, right? She already feels as though she's here, right? And she told us about how she's controlling and
told us and not her husband.
She's controlling. She's not used to, giving up that control, blah, blah, blah. Though when she's not in control, then she basically loses it, right? Okay. So the typical white woman. To me, I feel as though she wants a black man because he will never be here to her, and he'll damn sure never be here to her. From everything that she's showing in this particular episode, that's what I'm getting. Because realistically, if that's the type of person she is, she doesn't want that. And she's a white woman, and she knows, want them to leave. She knows that she wants her to always have that dynamic, have that feeling of superiority. She knows that a man of her race, they'll never date her. She will be here to them. This is her. This is them. A white man would never. First of all, her looks and the type of man, the man with the caliber of man that she's
success
acting or look at seems to want, the level of success. They're not looking for Michelle. They're not looking for you. You know that they're not looking for you. He would never. Your looks alone, okay, and they don't give a damn about how much you make. That's not what they want. That's not. They're looking for a trophy wife. He can have any woman he wants, and you know that. And the white man is not always going to feel here to them. You're here, Michelle. You're here. You want a black man where you can feel like you're that person, that he's here. Let's be honest, because why the hell would you want? What's up with this black man thing? Like, that's the only thing. That
sounds about right.
That you can look like you look. He doesn't care. And again, as a man, he really doesn't care about how much money you make, where you are in your career. That doesn't matter to him. So that's what I have to say about Michelle. And lastly, that if they did give you a light-skinned black man, hypothetically speaking, allegedly, you know that David is not a light-skinned black man, because he would have knocked you into a fucking mirror and told you to turn around and look at your reflection, because yes, ma'am. So you know who you're playing with, and you know that he is not a light-skinned black man. You wanted a light-skinned black man who was of African descent, cut from the cloth, the Kente cloth.
Done.
You wanted the black man who could turn water into wine. You wanted the black man who had hair, wool, skin, or bronze. You didn't want Jesus. You wanted Jesus Christ, Yahweh, baby, basically. But yeah, that's what yeah.
Okay. Michelle in the Pilates class talking about, we're just talking in circles. Yeah, because of you. Asking vague questions because of you. You sensitive, and he trying to get to know you. And then you complain about that. And then he straight up was like, "Would you want me to just straight up say, how's your family life? How did you grow up? How's your relationship with your parents? Like, is that what you want?" She kind of deflected. Oh, no. What'd she say? Why would you want to know all of that? Why would you want to know that about me? Why would you care?
Right after she said that he's asking, like that's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
That he's asking.
So that wasn't a vague question, but you didn't answer the question. You just deflected, avoided the question, and asked him why would he give a F about getting to know his wife's background. And all he's ever been saying from the beginning of the conversation in previous nights, I'm just trying to get to know you. Because that's the whole point. Because how do you marry a stranger and expect to stay in a marriage and never get to know them? How do you expect a relationship to progress, develop, anything without developing knowledge of one another?
She's out. And then for her to have a nerve to talk to her sister on the phone.
Yeah,
was her sister on the phone?
I think so.
And all the advice that her sister gave her,
and she ignored
everything
it.
She said,
admitted,
her sister acknowledging
she's a brat, but still being a brat. And talking about, I'm trying.
Immediately,
I'm trying. No, you didn't. No, you're not. Your sister probably ain't fall for you trying. That's why she was emphasizing on just having some fun and stop having these bigger, serious conversations and just enjoy your after vacation, your free vacation, you stupid bee. But you can't even do that. Like
she wants Jesus.
Anyway,
after he left the manger.
So you are not ready for marriage. You are the bad guy. Tell him that you are a control freak. Communicate with your husband, not to the cameras. You're not dating the show, you dumb bimbo. You're married to him. You can't remember why you on this boat right now. The producer asked you.
No, why she's.
The producer asked you, what was your reason for marriage? So you can't remember why you on that boat right now. You don't remember why you in Mexico? You don't remember why cameras is on you. You don't remember why there's a microphone on you. You don't know why you are where you are right now. And you are 30 years old? Please get this out. Get the cameras out my face. Get her, throw her off the boat. Everybody got in the water but this miserable bee.
What did she say? She said
she said,
I don't
know right now.
I don't know right now. I don't know why right now. So
no, you don't know. You don't know right now. You didn't know before. You don't know later. You don't know. You ain't on the after party. You won't know. We'll never know. No one will know.
Right. Please.
Maybe we'll know whenever your decision day comes because you might decide to actually tell the truth to the camera, but you'll never tell the truth to David. But you're a grown woman and you could defile him. You could treat him like trash, but you can't keep it real with him. I hope the cousin, yes. I hope the cousin kick her ass. Oh, so you ain't all in?
And I guess she couldn't. She was looking dumb, and she would have looked even more stupid if she would have said
her reason. If she knows her reason,
why did you get
She
married?
looked very dumb, saying I don't know.
She would have no. True.
Because please,
way worse.
Do we know her reason?
If she would have said. If she would have been honest,
that was repeated.
She would have said,
because
I'm here because I wanted to meet someone who, a partner or someone who was kind and somebody, whatever.
Yep,
she couldn't say.
Right.
She would look dumb. Like,
either way, she would have looked dumb because you're not trying, and you look dumb. Talk about.
She did.
I don't even want it. I don't feel like
that was a great question that she.
The producers know what they doing.
She knew how it would make her look and sound.
So, are you mentally sensitive or something?
Oh, she was gonna say stable.
Are you mentally stable? Because if you're mentally sensitive, it's guessing that you're not mentally stable and something you need therapy.
More.
All these people talking about therapy, you should join the crew. And get you some of this Black Girl Magic because that's the closest thing you'll ever have to it. Everyone's having fun, and then the cameras pan to this miserable miser, and they cut the music. And then it panned to David, Juan, Alan talking, and then her, MM, and Madison talking, sitting in front of them, talking. I'm like, they can't hear each other because we could definitely hear MM cackling or whoever's cackling. That's about that B. I'm so glad Carla called her out. B. What do you mean? I don't know, Carla. B. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah.
You say what?
The way her jaw dropped, like yes, because that's such a. She said, "I don't know, B. I don't know.
I don't know it. Oh."
Yeah, I don't know why I would want to know about your effing family. I guess I got all I need to know off of that.
Oh, Carla is giving. She's stealing everything.
Yeah.
I love Carla. I love Carla on this after party.
All right, let's get into Carla and Juan then. So if you're talking about Carla, I got how you make your money. Like she asked him, turn it right round on that month. I love that. I love Carla. I love me some Carla. Keeping it real.
Right.
And then face down.
Oh, which one?
Carla, when they was getting the massage. She was face down.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
But who is the cameraman and the producer that cut to Carla flipping over on the table trying to flash her chest? Like that was the worst time to cut the camera pan, and y'all knew she was flipping, and that was a very distasteful. We didn't see Juan flip over. Very distasteful. And then Carla teaching healthy sex magic on national TV. I know that's right. Tell them. Age of information, age of Aquarius.
Right.
You better know now.
Right. Carla.
Be careful with that wand and who you let up in your portal.
Wand.
Don't be wandering that wand everywhere and get it infected. Ew. And then be sharing it with other people. You trifling. You magic. All of them. It's like, no, I'm joking.
Take that out. Take that out.
It's like, no.
R.I.P.
It's like, no, but keep that P away from me. R.I.P. Or you're going to be R.I.P. from AIDS.
Penis.
So be careful where you sling that thing and what you receive.
So Carla talking to Juan about money, like you were saying, and what else? Like
Juan's still poor.
Juan talking about how he
if she has to go on her trips alone.
Oh my gosh.
Because he can't afford it that month,
Sarah, why
summer, that year, that
why are you on here?
Quarter.
Why are you on here? Oh my gosh.
Why would you think that you're ready for marriage at this time in your life? Not that you can't, but you get on a show like I'm ready. I'm set.
Right.
To take on income, to share an income, and it's not really giving.
About that sharing.
I mean, sharing the income,
you want to share
all the way.
You want a roommate,
but 50-50 sharing. You not sharing it as main provider, breadwinner, typical husband role, traditional husband role.
And even if we're going to go 50-51, if you need a roommate, if you need someone, to share your bills with, then just say that, because it's giving. Okay. So say, y'all stay together. Okay. You move in together or whatever. Say she moves in with you. Okay, Juan. So now she's paying half of the rent, mortgage, or whatever you have, right? She's paying half of the rent because you don't own it. She's paying half of the rent. She's paying half of the bills. We're going 50-50. We're going half of but down the middle, right? Now, doesn't that free up money for you?
Right. But he got sometimes $10,000 to kick out on top of that.
Why?
To pay his marketing team for this app nobody know about.
What is she benefiting?
$10,000 for marketing, and we don't know this app?
I don't give a damn. It's giving you need a roommate. You need help with the bills. Because
you need a better business.
If I go on vacation myself already, I'm single. I go on vacation myself. I am not living with my parents in my parents' basement, so I'm obviously paying my rent, my whatever, right, and my bills. Why do I want to meet someone to help pay their stuff? You know what I'm saying? What do we? No, like she said, she wanted a partner. She wanted to get married so they can to do things together, enjoy things that she already does. Together. In no way is that saying, oh, I'm a gold digger. I'm not saying I'm doing it by myself already. I just want to do it with someone else. My significant other. We can do those things together.
And we could go 50-50 in Italy, but
50-50 on my on our vacations. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking that. I don't need that because I already have that. What I'm saying is, what is the benefit?
But that would
her getting. I don't understand.
50-50 like, on a vacation. If she pay her way and he pay his. That?
One, just because your raggedy ass parents are so-called doing that, it's trash. It doesn't mean that
you got
their shit is together. There is trash.
That's the best way.
It's trash. Your parents are poor.
Well, the only
poor.
Way.
With that damn even if his app makes it, is successful or whatever, and you still couldn't say with certainty that yeah, well then we could know about the kids. I think she was asking about kids or whatever. She could stay home for a minute. Like no, it wasn't even said like forever. Like your kids aren't gonna be kids forever. Like get out of here. Like this is crazy. Baby, if you need a roommate, just say that, and I'm done with him. He is trash. I don't give a damn. You look good and all that stuff. Go over there with Madison or whatever. But everything else, trash. Basura.
To Camille and Tom. I ain't say much about them other than Camille prefers a leader. She mentioned that Tom did receive, a little bit of her communication of that, and he went and right for that kiss. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do what I want. That's about all I noted. And then other than this confusing family tree, that's all I gotta say about them two.
Tom, okay, you done? Yeah. Tom, get a DNA test. He acknowledged that he was, he resembles his dad a lot. That dad is, if he's not your biological father, look into see if that's your uncle, see if that's your granddad, see if that's if he's your uncle dad, if he's your granddad dad, whatever. Grunkle. It's looking like maybe Funkle. There's because I'm the timeline, the explanation, this shit is confusing. I need you to go on the after party. I need Keisha Knight Pulliam to break it down, give it to us, because you're giving us bits and pieces seems like every week, and we still don't know what the hell is going on. How many so you got 3 moms, 1 father. I don't know, and this is going to sound like it sounds trifling, but I don't know a black man in America who has 4, I don't know, something about they had kids already in the household. 4 kids. Then they went and adopted you. Where is he? I have and twins. Baby, I got triplets right here that ain't nobody checking for. You want to adopt and I got these other kids. I had 4 kids already before these triplets came. You talking about? You think I was going to go adopt some damn kids? What, sir? And then you get a divorce, and then you meet another woman and bringing these kids. So is it now 6 kids you coming in? This is not adding up. No black man in America who just happens to resemble. I mean, when I saw the picture of that man, he looked like your daddy, biological daddy. Okay, something is not right. Something is not right with this. I don't know anybody who is going to say, "Oh, you know what? I already got these kids over here, and I'm going to go and grab 2 more." That you're not related to, blood related to. Who is doing that? And a man and a black man. I'm sorry if it sounds. Sorry. Come on. Everybody who's watching who can relate, chime in, because it ain't making no sense. I ain't never seen it my damn whole life. You got people out here ain't claiming the kids that are theirs, but you gonna go get 2 more kids or whatever. 2 babies? Sir, who the hell is doing that? Sir, you had a job, and well, you gonna pick one of them? Get some babies, and we gonna struggle. Pick one of them and separate. Why are you gonna look for them? Period. You had kids already at home. You just like struggling. You like putting kids in a situation where they're struggling. Like, who is this damn Hispanic lady that gave up these kids in the first? How do you know her? Get out of here. No, somebody else talking. The mother is Hispanic. That lady was a Hispanic lady. So, are y'all black? Are y'all man? Get this shit out of here. But because it's a part of the storyline or whatever, you know what I mean? Then we got to talk about it. Because other than that, I'm going to give a rat's ass about who's your daddy. Because I got to, come on now, who cares? But nah, this shit ain't adding up, and I ain't trying to hear it. I'm ready to be married, in my opinion, until you're 50. These men out here, until you're 50. Baby, you still ain't ready. I don't. And with the issues that he has, I think if you went to therapy, it was damn sure wasn't because you cheated on a woman. If you went to therapy, it's because of all the damn mamas you got and the damn disconnect and and the abandonment issues you have with women and the
mama issues from all three.
It's crazy. So you needed therapy for that reason. Your brother had a baby when he was what 20? You know, because he had a 22-year-old. Right, got a 22-year-old baby. Girl, sir.
Is that all about them?
Find out who your pappy is. Get exhume. Is it called exhume? Is it exhume the body? Dig that body, whatever they do. Get that body out that grave or whatever, and do some. Or no, the siblings that's supposed to be the.
Ask them. The T. Ask the older siblings. The T. The non-adopted.
Yeah, the non-adopted ones or whatever. The ones that were there already. Take
the older
DNA test their blood with your blood.
I'm done.
And see if y'all are really blood related, because you are. That's your daddy, or your granddaddy, or your uncle.
Okay, let's move on to MM and EKG. Mm-hmm. EKG wasn't showing his A as much. Finally, for once,
covering up his A.
I felt like we may have got some genuineness when he was tearing up. Talking about the kids he counsels or teaches. And then my concern was like, okay, discrepancy detected. He's called himself a teacher, but I thought she was a counselor. Though the terms can be possibly synonymous. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah.
Talking about these poor kids. These kids poor.
Because he was poor, and as he explained that he was, kicked out because his father hates him.
Definitely
hates him. Never told his mama until however long she just called, or she finally called and finally told his mama that he was kicked out, and then she was like, "Get your A over here to Houston." And then and then he called his wife the homie, told her, and then that didn't settle well. Had to chime.
EKG, you are lying as per usual. Sir, what are you talking about? You have to go back. You said your mother was she was a single mother. She was the one who took care of you, did everything. She was a single mother. He emphasized. My mother was a single mother. She took care of me or whatever. Her and her alone.
And
your
if
exact
you were
words.
kicked out by your father, would you say that about your mama?
Sir,
you would definitely amp up that your mother was there for you, unlike your father was, because he kicked you out at some point.
So when did your single mother raised you as a single mother, her and her alone?
But it did make it seem like the entire time. But all of a sudden,
when did she tell you
was half and half on and off?
Go with your father
for however long, and next year you be back in my house or whatever the situation was, because those are two different states and they not next to each other.
16 and you were butting heads. You and your father, you said you were 16.
And
I guess we were butting heads or whatever.
It's two of the same, similar energy, whatever.
I don't know. The lion energy.
I mean, that's usually how it go. Too much likeness creates so much.
Get it together, sir. Was your mom taking care of you only? She raised you as a single goddamn mother, only her and her alone.
In Houston, alone.
Wherever.
Did you live with your father around in Atlanta?
In the back of a 7-Eleven? I don't give a damn. Did she do it by herself or not? Because what is not adding up.
Well, his mother was still technically single,
taking care of you,
but
her and her alone.
And when we usually talk about single mothers, we do assume, or we do presume, predominantly the mother independently taking care of that child, predominantly. However, if the father's a deadbeat or in the life or whatever, and how frequently. So,
do you feel that
we could have took it as him saying single people, but then he did emphasize all on her own. So this all on her own, mean all on her own.
Her and her alone.
Her and her alone. Yeah. So. Yeah, so that's just
because. Do you feel as though you were raised by your mother as a single mother, your mother and your mother alone? You,
me?
Yes,
practically. If you're saying
your father is
all alone,
roll over.
No,
his
but
grave.
I'm saying
your father is rolling over his grave.
I wouldn't say you and you alone, because that gives a kind of complete and final. Like I barely ain't even have my father. I know who my father is. Like that kind of gives it that. And
you could be like,
if he lived with his father on and off, he lived with his
father for a minute. You lived with your father for a minute.
I know, but he said on and off, like he was living at my mom's for a minute. I was living with my dad's for a minute. That's when I was thrown off.
And then all of a sudden, or whatever, at 16, because if you were on and off, right, then
you would have told your mother since you got kicked out, even if it wasn't on and off. Like I'm just confused. Even if your mother was in the same state, why would you not tell your mom?
Then now I'm gonna go back to my mom's day.
Ma, he just kicked me out the same day. You know your mother's number. You got a phone. You ain't have phone access. He kicked y'all at 16. Y'all ain't have phones. I don't know. You older than me. Cell phones wasn't then. So you ain't have a cell phone. You ain't have a quarter to go to the payphone, but you had money to catch a bus ride to the local college or people you knew, and they was your father figures, your role models, your big brothers.
When your father put you out,
and they have a phone.
When your father put you out
to call your mother, then
when your father put you out, did you?
Personal. I lie. And secondly,
no, I'm sorry. You was like, when I said your father is gonna be rolling over his grave. He not dead. Their father is still alive. But rest in peace to me. He's dead to me. Anyway, so
him talking about you just know how the homie. Yeah, you the
wife over there.
Yeah, you the homie. You just know like my name. I didn't even have to tell you how to say it. So, because she's black, he was basically just explaining. Excuse me, the reasons that he asked for a black wife. Nuances that only a black person could also engage, understand, interpret, and relate to you with, and resonate with.
He needs to be like his father and get a Caucasian wife, and just ask for that. Come on. Who will believe the stupid lies, these dumbass lies or whatever, because she doesn't know anything about, the culture. Just tell her any goddamn thing. She'll believe all this bullshit. And you can call her the homie, lover, and friend.
And then talk about no expectations. He came in with no expectations. And advising David to have no expectations. And this advice doesn't apply to this B that we all see came in with some expectations that she did not see was met. And it's showing. And as everybody said, even on the bus ride to the plane to Mexico, that she was sitting distant from him and everybody could read their energy. Right. So why would you sit here and say, tell this to this man like that is helpful advice? Just shut up. The first advice you gave, take a shot, was it. And if that's all you had to give, that's all you had to say. It. Because you are not your friends, your hotep, fake woke, married friends that you love to be a part of, and you love to be a bird of a feather. You're not them. You don't got that wisdom. Stop.
Baby, you're clearly looking for that connection with your dad, and he don't want you, and yeah, you need to seek counseling. All the people with these
baggage
issues, and
everybody has trauma
issues,
but
and stuff like that. Yeah, but then
you should work on
them. You come on.
You should work on your traumas before seeking a lifelong
with somebody
partner,
else. Bring that
so that you can also up your chances of locating and finding someone who's already worked on theirs. Or healing is a daily process, so you ain't gonna meet nobody perfect, but someone that at least has done some therapy, whether on their own, whether with a licensed whatever or whatnot. So, but these people. Some of them say they did therapy. Some of it shows. Some of them, who knows?
Like with MM and the whole growing up in a household that she was showing love in a different. She was showing love.
She was showing love.
Like that, she understood that her parents loved her.
Right, but it wasn't.
Yeah, we all.
It was still toxic.
Experienced love a different way. This is my third glass. This all Bible.
But the point was. It could be a very
any ill will to her parents because of the way. I'm just saying.
My mom.
I don't feel like she feels that way about her parents. I think I like that she acknowledged her acknowledgement is that they loved her and they showed it this way. I like that she was being genuine when she by not showing sympathy or empathy or being moved when just because EKG showed his whatever. I felt as though it was a little I felt like it was a little. She did look a little cold. She came off as being cold, but I'm glad that she explained why. Right. You know what I mean?
Which is the whole reason why we're talking about.
If you are a person who was it was open minded. You know what I mean? And like I think that you can or if you're an empath, I think that's what you said. That you can understand that he could understand that, right? Right. Because by saying like, as a man, I didn't like the way he was like, and if that doesn't make you emotional, I think he said or whatever, right? Then I don't know what does or whatever. You're emotional. I don't think he make me. You can't. I don't think he meant it as that. I think because he prefaced first with, "I'm starting to get a tearing up or whatever." I think he was just saying, beta male. I'm gonna cry on TV. Men not supposed to cry or whatever. I think it was given more of. I think it's everything. Let me say, I think this will get anybody emotional. So if I cry, don't think I'm a sissy because I think this will get anyone. That's how I took it. I didn't think he took it as you not getting emotional. I'm getting emotional. I didn't take it as that. We'll go back and look at that shit afterwards because that's exactly what it was given. It's given. He is a control with him is like if you don't think like I think, there's something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Or and honestly, I think the same way. And a lot of us have been there. That's exactly why I am divorced. And right, not ready for marriage. Because like if you're not thinking like I'm thinking, then what are we doing? Like Michelle, that's clear. Michelle, no, but not being an asshole. Like, no, but she's just not hot and controlling. Oh yeah, bit of it. She's different. Even though she thinks she is. And then just not telling him that she is controlling. Yeah, but she's just going to show you. Yeah, like, but EKG, boy, you're too old to like not know that everybody doesn't have to move like you move, like just like that, Like, no, sir. She's not. That doesn't make her emotional. You know what I mean? But then, 5 minutes later, at least 5 minutes for us. Your dad, you talk about your dad, whatever, and now you're crying. Every time they talk about her dad, even on the after party, she's crying. So like, girl, like she can be sensitive. Well, she has emotions. She has feelings. Right. So and we don't know that in any case. We can't feel sorry for you or don't know when to know that your shit is genuine or not because you're fucking lying. This shit ain't adding up. Just like Thomas and his DNA, I mean, his I'm done. Genetics or whatever the hell. Family tree. The family tree. We're confused. So I think that's about it. Leave something out. Is it? Who had sex? None of them. No. Who do we know? Who feels though? Who do we feel? Camille. Because every season, we always find out somebody did it before we actually blah blah blah. Camille is supposedly coming up. There is going to be a clip or whatever. Like we saw a clip that shows her saying that we had sex or whatever. So I don't think they're hiding anything. Right. I think Madison's drunk ass or whatever, and Madison and Alan, I think they had sex, and that she's so regretted everything the next that same night. That same night or whatever, or the next morning or whatever, she was like... Well, she was coming for them broccoli underwear. You think she decided to get freaky in there? I think when the lights went off, she was already laughing at and she was like, I need another drink, and then they had drinks or whatever, and then they went to... then they got busy, and the next morning it was like, who got married? Gonzo. Like, what in the world? Gonzo is gonzoing, and it is... Yeah, no, it's a no, and ill, and ill, and ill. But now she has buyer's remorse, and we've all been there. I mean, at least I've been there. Like, what in the world? Like, he was tipsy, girl. You gave them up them drawers, girl. Get out of here. And that's what happened. I believe that's what happened. That's why she really is like mad at herself, and that's why her dad was like, "Well, we need the damn test results because." We know that you had sex already. Well, now I need to see the damn results. I need to see the results. Did you give my daughter something? What's going on? Let me, I need the results, because why were you so pushy about that? Yeah, that's what happened.
They freakily.
Damn it, that's what happened.
That's why.
Carla and whatever Juan, no, she ain't going. That he's saying that she has expensive taste or whatever, or not even. That's not, okay. We're not going to say expensive taste.
Told her
she has some taste, and he don't have no taste. She has taste. He is tacky and poor, and he's like, talking about, nah, don't these even. Could be, what are these nipple? I ain't even having sex with her.
What are these nipple covers?
Right, like he's like, should I
make her laugh?
I ain't had sex with Latina all these years. I ain't about to start right now. I'm done. Because she already. But they're the best in bed, he said. And he said he ain't never been with. He ain't been in a real relationship. Married.
Or trying to get married.
So being a Negro, we out.
Comment, like, subscribe, tell us what we missed, and what you gotta say. What's your feedback? Who you done with? And peace. Tune in next time. Bye. Big ass, get that.